All right, we're here with one of our 964s, and this is the one that needs the most attention first, because on startup, it sounds like it has a bit of a misfire. We're gonna go ahead and tackle down some of the issues and finally get to see this car on the lift and see what we're working with here. All right, so far we've got the catalytic converter off, this blower motor up here, a couple of the other items that were in the way for me to get to the upper valve cover section. I had no idea that this engine actually has 4 sets of valve covers. It has an upper and a lower with 12 total spark plugs. So I got to do some more research, figure out what else I need to get out of the way to have better access to those upper valve covers, because I could see that there's some pooling on this driver's side of the valve cover on that shield that goes to the lower valve cover, which it could be then why we have so much oil on this driver's side, is that it's stemming from the top. But I have the whole gasket kit. I want to take care of both uppers and lowers and replace the spark plug, so I'll have to do some more research and then go back at it again. All right, so one of the beauties of having so many Porsches in the shop is that we have a widened version here, 3-piece wheels on it, so we can go ahead and take these off, go ahead and test fit them on our RS 3.8 Tribute car. I did get factory center caps from Porsche already here, so to get going, we're gonna go ahead and get this car up on jack stands, take these wheels off, and head on over to Autobahn. All right, so we're here fitting the white Porsche wide body wheels onto our 964 RS Tribute car, and they actually look absolutely amazing. If I was to choose a wheel that isn't mimicking the original but still gives some essence back to it, this Workmeister is that freaking wheel. I absolutely love these on Porsches. I had them on my 997. It looks just as freaking good on this 964 with its OEM metal fenders and quarters welded on. So this is a true OEM style wide body. We are trying to figure out exactly what the fitment is going to be like with the new wheels being made by Jack over at VR. I did notice that I have about another 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch to go out with the outer lip of the wheel. I do want to run a nice chunky meaty tire all around on this car. I don't want any tire stretch. So that is going to require some more work to the fenders and quarters, because I want to make sure that they're shaved and allow for that perfect fitment. I want to run a good, I guess, like street canyon style alignment. I don't want to run race car alignment where I'm running -3 degrees of camber all around or even more just to get the wheels to fit. I want to run a canyon style alignment so you could drive this thing on the street, it's not rubbing anywhere, and it looks freaking sick. All right, so after we got these Workmeisters fitted onto that RS Tribute car, it really gave me a lot of insight on how much further we could push the wheel out on that body. I really want to go as aggressive as we can within the limits of how much camber I want to dial into the car. So generally, I like to keep it less than -3 degrees of total camber front and back on all the cars that are street driven. If it was more track oriented, the front would have even up to -4.5, but this being solely a street car, I really want to stick to the around -2 to 2.5 degrees of camber and make sure the wheel lips don't make any contact with the fender edges. Same with the rear of the quarter panels. We want a nice chunky meaty tire on this setup, so I really dialed it in to figure that out. If anything, we might need a 3 to 5 millimeter slip-on spacer. The studs have plenty of length to be able to do that on the factory setup on that black RS Tribute car. so it won't be much of an issue. Jack at VR Wheels, he drew up the design already. It's ready to go. It's already in production. It is an 18x9 in the front and an 18 by something in the back. I won't tell you yet, and we'll let you know the final specs once the new wheels and tires are fitted on that RS Tribute car. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We've got some decisions to make whether or not we pull this drivetrain out of this car, and if we do, that tends to turn into a snowball effect. Again, check back in with us later. We'll see where we're at with this car, but that RS Tribute car will be much further along. That was actually decent. Look cute.